I first want to thank you for being here and spending time with us at the Cyprus Mail to talk a little bit about the fashion world. I wanted to start just by going probably way back and just asking you, how did you get into fashion initially?
Well, my family was always in the fashion industry, so from a very young age I always loved it. But it came really naturally, I have to say. It wasn't something I planned, but it's something that I was drawn to it. So when I did return back from my studies and I was in search for a swimwear, since we're in a beautiful island and I love summer, I'm a summer person, I couldn't find the one that I liked, or if I liked it, I didn't like the fitting. And that's how I decided. I said, okay, why don't I give it a try? It was something that came really without expecting it, very naturally. I really worked hard in order to learn it, because it's very different and very difficult compared to the clothing because of the fabric, the construction. And let's not forget that a swimwear is like you being in your lingerie in front of lots of unknown people, so you really have to feel comfortable in it and feel beautiful in it and have a good fitting. And every woman has a different body type, so that was a real challenge to me.
And so this was over a decade ago that you started?
Yes, a bit more than that actually.
So what would you say defines your work?
Well, I don't like actually to say define, because I always like to experience and experiment with different fabrics, with different materials, with different constructions, techniques. So I like to get to involve throughout my work. But if I had to say that something defines me, is simplicity without being too loud. I also like the very architectural cuts. And I also like that my designs can be worn in different occasions, like a bikini, like bustier, you can wear it with a skirt, so you don't have to use it just as a bikini, or a kaftan can be worn not just to the sea, but the actual buyer can play around with it. And that's what I like, because every woman has its own character, their own style, so they can actually place it on their own character, let's say, or their own style.
But recently you're moving on to something new, something beyond swimwear and kaftans.
True, yes. It was a real challenge to me. It's the first time that I launched a cocktail dress line with my name, Marcia. It was a real challenge because, as I said, I always like to experiment with new things. So I had to do a lot of research, travel a lot, to accumulate, fabrics, new trims, new ideas and everything. And I always get inspired through the traveling. And I also wanted to have my first collection of Marcia. I wanted it to have something from the Greek culture, the Cyprus culture, which is weaving. And that's why I cooperated with a very big house in Paris that does handmade weaving trims, and I try to incorporate those into my designs. So it's something that they're simple, but yet they have something very unique on them, and that's what I like, simplicity but stunning without being too loud.